Oh gosh.
Hi, I'm Jackie with Veterans Rideshare, and today I have the one, the only Jessica Pappin. She is one of our wonderful team members with our driver support, with our VRS Trucking side. She provides so much support to our team, but additionally, what I love about Jessica is she's always boosting morale and she's always communicating, keeping it positive, and I just love having her on the team. So I can't wait to talk to her tonight. So, Jessica, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, how long have you been with VRS Trucking now?
I have been with VRS since November, the end of November. So
Fantastic.
yeah, I'm a
Good.
noob.
Yeah, I am too. I'm January, so you're a little older with the company than I am. But so, how did you find it in the first place?
Well, that would be my mother, the Kraken. You have interviewed her. She was actually doing driver support, and I was out of a job, and I had never, ever gone into trucking, knew nothing about it, knew nothing about dispatch, knew nothing about nada, zero, zilch. And but I was hearing her training people, and I was like, I could do that, mom. And she was like, well, nepotism, all that, like it's my job. And I was like, okay. But then they needed help, and I just kind of got the job, and here I am.
That's amazing. And your mom, Carrie Nemi, is fantastic. We do call her the Kraken because she
Yeah,
gets things done. If you
she
need
does,
somebody to go after somebody, it's your mom, and that's why we call
right?
her the Kraken. Well, that's amazing. I think it's wonderful that you were able to get this opportunity through your mom's connection, which is wonderful. And
Right.
what I think is amazing about the opportunity is you get to work from home.
I
So,
do.
where are you based out of?
Las Vegas as
Las
well. Yeah.
That's amazing. I need
Yeah.
to come visit.
We have room. You would have a place to stay.
Well, you can come to Florida. See, this is one.
There, it's mutual.
Absolutely. So, what do you like about working from home?
Um, I love that I get to like be in my own environment. Um, I just well, it's not just about working from home, it's actually the job I do because even if I did this somewhere else, I would love it. But working from home is nice for my puppy because she loves me and she gets separation anxiety. But it's also nice because I don't like to get ready in the morning, so I can roll out of bed at like 5 minutes till I have to get online, unless I sleep in and they call me napping pappin. Um, and then that happens. But yeah, I just roll on into work and get going.
That's fantastic. So you got the flexibility and the freedom. And so
Mhm.
can you tell us a little bit about what you do? Can you describe how you help with the mission with VRS Trucking?
Okay, well, I started as mainly driver support, like just mainly with the drivers, helping them out, taking their calls, talking with brokers, um, all communication based. It's emails, it's texts, it's phone calls, it's making sure they're okay, they're going to be on time, making sure that the broker understands if they're late, why they're late. Um, and then I kind of evolved recently into dispatching our trucks. And right now I'm, along with Chris, the only dispatcher. Starla meddles in it a little bit. We're bringing her on board, but I book the trucks and get their game plans and where they go, and I route them. And I'm the person who calls the broker and is like, well, I want more money, or like we plan out logistically how things happen. So I bring in the loads that the drivers go on,
Oh,
and that's
wow.
been very new. And it's just the past few months, but I feel like I'm doing really well.
Wonderful. So you're like the mastermind behind these loads and these deliveries and
Right, I route everything where they go, and if people need home time, we try to make sure that they get home on time. If they need to come to the yard for servicing, we try to do that. Um, there's a lot of different pieces that go into it. So you have to make sure that you're on top of your game and take everything into account at all times.
absolutely. You're getting some nice love here. And there's
That's my mother, of course, she loves me.
thank you so much
She
for
has to.
Oh, and then you also have a Tony as well.
Well,
I love
yay.
it. It's what I like about working here as well. Like you said, the flexibility working from home is great. However, what's even more special is that it feels like a family. I mean, you actually have
Oh,
family,
yes.
but wouldn't you agree that other team members?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I on the way to Vet Fest, I broke down and I had a flat tire and I had just bought two new tires and I broke down like halfway through my trip. And it was like the middle of the day. Well, it was like 4 o'clock. And so I just sent, we have a group text that goes on with the driver support and staff with Anthony Keeter and everyone. And I sent a text with an update saying, I got a flat tire. I'm going to have my insurance. Or I have roadside assistance and I'm going to get that going and see what's going on. They're like, no, we'll take care of it. And at the end of the day, like, Scott West, you've interviewed him, and he is also part owner of VRS. He got in his truck and he got his trailer hooked up with another car. He brought it down to where I was, switched out the trucks, and I was just on my way. And then I went to the yard the next day and I had like some damage on the front end of my car as well. They had replaced my tire and rim. They had tied up the bumper and they had like made my car like it was brand new. They were like, we're sorry we couldn't find a hubcap. And I was like, are you serious? Like you gave you just did everything. And what other job would do that? I mean, they really care about their people. And one of the things is like when my mom used to take care of my grandma full time, and when she was on her downfall, they were just so supportive. They sent her a laptop so she could work from the rehab. Scott drove down for her funeral just for her funeral. These people are family, and I could not say better things about them.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, and you mentioned Vet Fest. So last night when I talked with Starla, also on the driver support team, we were talking about this amazing mural that's on one of our semis right now.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the mural.
Okay, so there was a contest for Vet Fest where local veteran artists could come in and paint the side of a trailer. And driver support was like, well, we kind of want to take part in something in Vet Fest. And so obviously we couldn't be for the prizes or anything because we're employees, but we just wanted to take part. And so Starla had this amazing vision. And we got to put it on the side of the truck and it's absolutely incredible. It's just to describe it, you can go on Veterans Rideshare Facebook to see it. Our veteran Robert Brock is driving it. It has the whole 50 stars on one side, and then it has the stripes are red with camouflage of each service or of each entity of the military, and then there are silhouettes and logos of saluting and stuff. It's incredible, and it was a lot of hard work, but when we finished it, we were just like, this is great. Like, and we had no idea like how it would work, like if it would hold up. And then on the other side, we just kind of, because that side was so intricate, we wanted this to embody VRS and what they stand for. And so we put VRST, um, honors, remembers, and supports you. And just simple and some splatter paint. It was just very simple on the other side. And we gave it to a veteran, Robert Brock, who you've also interviewed. And he is just, his first maiden voyage was 3,000 miles. And he's still like, he is so excited. His excitement is palatable. You just feel it when he calls in. Today he called in and he was like, I drove through New York City and those cameras were flashing. And, you know, it's incredible that people are seeing that and seeing the RST and what like we embody and what we are out on the roads. So our trucking company, yes, is an entity, but we're all about the veterans and the military. And it's pretty incredible.
Well, and I love it. I saw you ladies painting the truck, and it's amazing to see it come to fruition. And I
Yeah.
really thought you went the extra mile by using all the different camo patterns for
Oh
each
yeah.
particular branch of service.
Yep. The
And
bottom one was the Air Force and it was my baby. And then like it clicked with me later. It's the most intricate one. It's like tiger stripes and all of the other ones you can kind of have a little like transitioning, but this
Mhm.
is like really, really solid. And my grandpa is Air Force. And
Oh,
so it was just kind of kismet. That was like my baby. I spent so much time trying to make sure it was perfect. And every single person on this team had a part in it. And I'm so proud of us because if we were out painting on the trailers, somebody had to be manning the phones and vice versa. Like we would take, everybody supported it. We wanted to get it done. We didn't do it on work time or anything like that. It was just from our hearts. And so people covered for us when we had to go paint. And it was truly a team effort. And I'm so proud of us. And I'm very glad that it's being well received around the country.
absolutely. I love that it's on tour right now. And what I think
Yes.
is great because you were saying that part of our mission is we give back to veterans. And it's true. We don't just say that, we actually do it. And I've seen it happen time and time again. And
Mm-hmm.
just yesterday, while Robert Brock was driving that beautiful truck with the mural that you ladies painted, he was in Virginia at a restaurant that
Yeah.
caters to several veterans. So they all got to talking. They wanted pictures. So we have a photo with 4 veterans there. And our
Mm-hmm.
president, Chris Pozek, said, well, I want all 4 veterans to be treated to a meal at that restaurant, also receive $50 Visa gift cards. And then he went one step further and had me
Yeah.
contact the restaurant to say, we would like to cover the meals for the next 20 veterans who come in.
Yeah.
So that's just one
Incredible.
example. But your truck is what sparked the conversation. So
Right.
it's
And
incredible.
it's just, it like gave me chills yesterday.
Yeah.
And to hear Robert talk about it, oh my gosh.
Well, and Robert sparked it as well because I know, no
Right.
matter which truck he's driving, he seems to be such a wonderful advocate for veterans rideshare and
Mhm.
helps, tell others about our mission, working to recruit. I told him he's a fantastic ambassador.
Oh,
So,
he was so honored when we asked him to because he is a veteran. So we thought it was just only appropriate because he lives and breathes our mission. As Chris would say, he bleeds VRST
mhm.
or VRS. And we thought it was only appropriate. Like it was a unanimous vote. We got to choose. And it was hands down, Robert Brock has to have this. So he was so honored and he was just so touched. And he was like, I want everyone to see this. I want the president to see this. I want Fox News to see this. I want this to go viral. We need to make this happen. So he's out there trying to make it happen.
I love it. Well, and I think it's wonderful because this was Chris's idea to have the mural contest in the first place. And I know
Mhm.
we did have a couple of other painters during
Mhm.
that fest who also have trucks painted as well. And I just think it's really exciting. The whole
Yeah,
event was really wonderful because we had musicians who were veterans or, dependents of veterans. We had some grandchildren, children of vets, and
right.
it's just a wonderful way to support those who have special talents to share. But now because of you wonderful ladies on that team, now our mission is getting seen all around
It,
the country.
it's absolutely incredible. I am so proud to be a part of that. And I'm just one small part. Everybody, like Starla's vision, she
Yes.
literally had to, I'm not artistic at all. So she had to put each color, like she wrote on Sharpie, the light gray goes here, the dark gray goes here, the beige goes here. And like she drew it all, like she hand drew the silhouettes, she hand drew the letters. Um, it was her vision that we just all together collectively brought to light. And it's something that's super special. And I don't think there are enough words to say like how awesome it is to be a part of that.
Absolutely. Well, and I know she's done photography and she's got that creative eye. But
Yeah.
like I said, for me, that next level was when it wasn't just red and white stripes, there were camo stripes. And I thought, whoa, there was so
Yeah.
much thought and detail put into it. And I think that's honestly what makes us different than a lot of other trucking companies because there is that thought and everyone is a valued team member and we get to know the drivers. This is what Starla and I were talking about last night. It's not just the truck number. You know everyone
I
by
know. We when they call and say a truck number, we're like, what's your name? Like, I need to know your name because we don't go by truck numbers. We like to, and we learn their voices. We do, and we're like, hey, how are you doing? And we know about their lives, and they're on the road all the time, and they entrust their lives and their job with us, and getting somewhere on time, or their job depends on us, and we depend on them. So it's very reciprocal, and they're out there working really hard. So we want to make sure that they're okay and that they're taken care of. And that's a big part of what we do.
And I think that's important. The drivers that I've interviewed, they've said the same thing. They just love the level of support. They know they're not alone, that if there's any sort of problem or issue, you are immediately reachable and you're right there on it fixing it. So I know it definitely takes a team. And for those of our drivers who were veterans, they're used to having that teamwork. You've got that unit
Right.
that's cohesive and everyone is working together on the same mission. So I think it's a natural fit, and it's wonderful because we're always looking for new drivers.
Absolutely.
I mean, there are just so many wonderful opportunities, and I went ahead and put our website up for those of you watching. It's vrstrucking.com. You can check out our opportunities. We are a really wonderful company. We're veteran owned and operated, and we hire several veterans and several military family members. So your grandfather was in the Air Force, my husband was in the Army, and I just think it's a wonderful team to be a part of.
Two of
So
the driver support members are wives of active duty members. So,
Starla
yeah.
was, yep, I talked with her last night,
So
or
is
is
Sydney. Yeah.
maybe. Yeah,
Sydney is too. Yeah.
Sydney, I need to talk with her too. So I think it's great. We can all find common ground, and I think just the fact that we're all so supportive of the mission and from the top down, the leadership's incredible,
Your
and
heart is in it.
they just really convey that message, and you just feel it and want to be a part of it. So
Yeah. And appreciating the drivers, I think you wanted to touch on that we do something a little different. Like each week we've have I this random idea popped into my head, and Chris was like, yeah, go with it. And I'm not sure if other companies do it, but it's not big. But each week we try to spotlight the driver of the week. And so we all collectively in driver support, like throughout the week, think of, a driver who's gone above and beyond or who we just want to spotlight. And they get a gift card, but they also get recognition. And I think that's really important in jobs is to know that, yeah, you're doing good and we say you're doing good, but to be recognized for your efforts and to be appreciated and valued. And I think that comes daily for me, affirmation. And so I think it's really important to give back and do that for other people. And so we started that. And I think the drivers really like it because sometimes they call them and they're like, okay, when's it going to be posted? Like, it's really awesome that people are getting involved. And I really enjoy that. And it was just some random idea, and Chris was like, yes, do it. And it evolves into so many different things, and that's just, you're able to think and just make things happen here. It's really wonderful.
that is amazing to have that freedom, and then you're just boosting positivity, and there really is something to be said for positive feedback when you're
Mhm.
you're working hard. You want to know that people are watching and they're noticing and seeing what you're doing. And also notice we've got a Facebook group for the VRS
Yeah.
Trucking, and it's really fun because you'll see different pictures from where different drivers are across the country, and so
Yes.
it's another way to connect because they
Nice.
do work independently and alone for hours upon hours. So
Yeah.
that human contact is important.
Yeah, I love it.
Wonderful. Well, is there anything else that you would like to add, Jessica?
I don't think so. You don't have any other questions? I'm good. It
I
wasn't
think
as fun as I thought it would be, I will tell you. I was
yeah,
super nervous.
you've done a fantastic job, and thank you so much. We covered so much, and I really appreciate your passion, how articulate you are as I stumble over the word.
Thank
You
you.
definitely have a wonderful way of describing what you do, what you love, and the entire experience here with Veterans Rideshare and VRS Trucking.
Well,
So
thank you
thank
so
you to
much.
our viewers. Thank you to you, Jessica,
Have a
and
good
I hope
day.
you all have a wonderful day. Bye.